Okay, so the question says average weight of 16 boys in a class is 50.25 kgs and that of remaining 8 boys is 45.15 kgs. Find the average weight of all the boys in the class. Okay, for these type of question, the average of two categories is given. Generally, two or three categories is given. By finding out the total of both the categories and making it equal to the total of the whole batch, we can actually find out the grand average. So the method is find out the total of the first category, the first batch of 16 boys, find out the total weight of the next batch of 8 boys, then do the grand total by adding those two totals and divide the whole total by the total strength. That is, total strength is going to be 16 and 16 plus 8, that is 24. So this is going to be the strategy. Okay, so if you want to calculate the average weight of the whole class, average weight of all boys, how we can calculate? We can calculate that by finding out the average of 8, that is already given, multiplying that by 8 plus average of remaining 16 multiplied by 16. This will give us the total weight of 8 boys, and this will give total weight of 16 boys. If you add them together, you're going to get to the total weight of all the boys in the class. And if the total of all the boys in the class is divided by the total number of boys, then we can get the average weight of all the class together. So this has to get divided by number of boys. Okay, so this has to get divided by number of boys. This is how the equation will be. So let us quickly put the values inside. So the first batch is of 16 and the average of 16 boys is 50.25. So by multiplying, we are trying to find out the total weight of those 16 boys plus average of 8 boys multiplied by 8. So 8 into average of 8 boys is given in the question as 45.15. This way, by adding these, we are actually calculating the total weight of whole the class divided by total number of boys are 16 plus 8, that is 24. Okay, so we are supposed to solve this. If we multiply together, the ultimate total coming as 1165.20 divided by 24. If you solve this and cut the numbers, you're going to get to the answer as 48.55 kg. So that is going to be the right answer. It is available in option number B. Okay. The next one is in a family of 12 members, the average age of males is 42 years and that of females is 38 years. If the average age of the whole family is 40 years, then the number of males in the family is. We are again going to solve it in the same way. First of all, he has said in a family of 12 members, the average age of males is 42 years, but number of males is not given. Similarly, number of females is also not given, but the total number of the family member is given. So we can do one thing, we can assume uh, the age of any of the male or the female member and then we can find it out. So let us assume, let the number of let the number of males in the family are x. Then he says total there are 12 members, so the number of females will be 12 minus x. So number of females will be how much? Obviously 12 minus x, because in total they are x. Now this is the number of male, this is the number of female. Now the average he has said out to be 40. So let us try to find out. We're gonna find out the total of males plus we can find out the total of females. Okay, so the question says in a family of 12 members, the average age of males is 42 years and that of the females is 38 years. If the average age of the family is 40 years, then the number of males in the family is. So in this thing, the grand average of the whole family is given. So we know that grand average can be calculated by, we can write it like this, grand average can be calculated by sum of first category plus sum of second category plus as many sums can be possible divided by total number of people. Okay, this is how the grand average is calculated. So grand average is already given to us. He says the total age of the family, total average age of the family is 40. So we can write just 40 for this is equal to sum of the first category. First category is of males. So we need to find out the sum of the ages of all the males present there. Okay, for finding out the sum, what we can do, sum can be calculated by average into total number of people involved. Okay, sum can be always calculated by average multiplied by total number of people involved. So Let us see, the average is 42 and that of the female is 38. If the average age of the family is 40, so they say in a family of 12 members, so total there are 12 members, but he has not stated how many males out of them those 12 and how many females out of those 12. So what we can do, we can assume let the number of males is x. So females number will be how much? So females number will be simply 12 minus x, because in total there are 12 member. So if let's say x member are male, so how many members would be female? Will be 12 minus x. So this is the male strength, this is the female strength. Now we can find out the sum. Sum of the ages of males will be average of the males multiplied by number of males, that is 42 into x. Similarly, next sum is nothing but total number of females available multiplied by the average of females. How much is the average of female? Is 38 multiplied by total number of females available is how much? Is 12 minus x, divided by, we have only two categories, so we are limited to two only, divided by total number of people. Total number of people in the family has already stated to be 12. So we need to solve this particular equation to give away our answer. So if we solve it, this is going to be 42x plus 456 minus 38x is equal to 480. Okay, if we solve this further, 42x minus 30x is nothing but 4x. This 456 goes on the right hand side in the subtraction, so we are left out with 4x is equal to 24, which is giving us x value as 6. Okay, which is giving us s value as 6. So the total number of male in the family are how many? Are 6 in the number. So that is the right answer. Number of males in the family is 6, available in option number B. Okay. In the next, he says, in an examination, Susie's average marks per paper were 72. Her average per paper would have been 75 if she had obtained 18 more marks in her English paper and 6 more marks in her science paper. So what we can do in this type of question, what we can do, we can actually try to find out the total. Okay, the total sum. Okay, sum is always calculated by average multiplied by number. Okay, sum is calculated like that. So let us try to find out the sum. As he says, in an examination, average marks per paper were 72. So number of papers are not given. So this is what we have to assume here. Total number of paper are not given. How many papers are there? So let us first of all assume, let there were X papers. Okay, X subjects papers she was supposed to give. So there were X papers. So what will be the sum of the marks obtained in X papers? Sum is always equal to average. Average is nothing but 72. They have given 72 multiplied by X, that is X number of papers. So this is going to be the sum. This is what is the total marks she had obtained, 72X. Now they say her average paper would have been 75 if she had obtained 18 more marks in English and 6 more in science. So we can add these marks together. So now the new sum will be those marks added up together, that is 72x is the old sum, plus she should have scored 18 more in English and 6 more in science. So we have added it. So this is the new sum, that is 72x plus 24. This is the new sum that she could obtain. And they say if she obtains this sum, her average would have been 75. So this is the new sum. Average can be calculated, but the new average can be calculated as new sum divided by number of papers. Okay, new sum divided by number of papers. So number of papers are still the same. Okay, but the new sum is different, that is 72x plus 24. So 72x plus 24 divided by number of papers are still the same. Okay, the number of papers are x. Okay, and they say this has to be equal to 75. The new average is 75, they have already mentioned. So we need to solve this particular equation to get the answer of x. So let us do it. So it's going to be 72x plus 24 is equal to 75x. Okay, which gives us 3x is equal to 24, which further gives us x value as 8. So how many paper were there in all? There were 8 papers. So that is the answer available in option number E, becomes the right answer. Now, a question has, a family consists of grandfather, so that there is one grandfather only. How many grandfather are there? One grandfather, only one grandparent is there. Parents, those there has to be two parents, as they say parents in plural. So there are two parents, mother and father, and 3 grandchildren. How many grandchildren are there? There are 3 grandchildren. So this is the total strength of the family. Average age of family is 40 years. The grand average is given. Grand average of the whole family. Grand average of the whole family of the ages is already given to us as 40. And that of the parents is 55 years. Parents averages. So the average of parents We can write it like this. Average of parents is given out to be 55 years. Okay. Find the age of the grandfather if the average age of the grandchildren is 20 years. Also, the grandchildren's average is also given. Grandchildren's. Okay. Grandchildren average is given out to be 20 years. Okay. Now, what we can do is in this type of question, what we can do is since the grand averages of the family is given, so we can always use the formula for grand average, that is going to be sum of first category plus sum of second category. Category here means the grandchildren is one category, grandfather, parents are the different categories. Sum of the second category plus sum of the third category. This is how we can calculate, divided by total number of people. Okay, divided by total number of people. This is the grand average of the ages of the family. So let us try to do it. Grand average is already given to us is 40. So 40 is equal to sum first. First sum is nothing but sum of the ages of the first category. So first in first category, what we have, they say grandfather. What grandfather is not given. So let us assume the grandfather to be grandfather. Just write the age of the grandfather. There is grandfather only into 1. There is only one grandfather. So grandfather's average or the grandfather's age into 1 plus second category is of parents. There were two parents. So, and the average of parents is 55. So the sum becomes 55 into 2. So the 55 into 2 is nothing but the total of the ages of the parents, 55 into 2 plus the last category is of grandchildren. What is the average of the grandchildren? They have given it to be 20. 20, and how many grandchildren are there? 3. So this is the sum of the ages of the grandchildren, 20 into 3, divided by total number of people. How many total number of people are there? One grandfather, two parents, and three grandchildren. So there are in all 6 number of people. Okay. Now we are supposed to solve this particular equation and we will get to the age of the grandfather. If you like to do this, then this is going to be 6 into 40 is 240 is equal to, and this is grandfather plus 110 plus 60. Okay. So we have to solve for grandfather. So grandfather value comes out to be 240 minus 170. Okay. That is nothing but 70. So that is the age of the grandfather comes out 70 years. And let's see where it is available. It is available in option number D. So it becomes the right answer. Okay. So the next one, the batting average for 30 innings of a cricket player is 40 runs. Okay. His highest score exceeds his lowest score by 100 runs. That is the difference of highest innings and the least inning is 100 runs. If these two innings are not included, the average of the remaining 28 innings is 38. So what we can do is always we can try to find out the totals. Okay, total or the sum. Sum is always calculated by average multiplied by number. This is how the sum is calculated. Okay, so that's what he say in the very beginning, 30 innings and average of 40 runs. So what is the sum of the 30 innings is going to be average is 40 multiplied by innings are 30. So this is the sum of the 30 innings, that is nothing but 1200. So in all, in the 30 innings, he has made 1200 runs. This is the first thing with us. Then they say his highest score exceed the lowest score by 100 runs. So we don't know what is the highest one, what is the least one. So let us assume, let's say the highest score is H. Let the highest score is nothing but H, and at the same time let's say the least score, the inning in which he has scored least score is L. So they say highest exceed the lowest by 100. So what we can write, H minus L is 100. That is the difference between highest and least is 100 runs. So this is another thing that we have. Now they say if these two innings are not included, that is the highest one and the least one is not included. How many innings were there in total? There were 40 innings. He says these two innings are not to be included. Then how many innings are to be included? 40 minus 2, that is only 38 innings to be included. Then he says the average of the remaining 28 innings, sorry, there were 30 innings he has played. So 28 innings are left out. The average of the remaining 28 innings is 38. So we are again finding out the sum. We are finding out the sum for 28 innings. Sum is always average into number. What is the average of 28 innings? Is 38 multiplied. How many innings are 28? So this is the sum of those 28 innings in which the highest and the least is not included. How many runs in total? If we do 38 into 28, this comes out to be 1064 runs. So this is the sum of the 28 inning. Earlier we got the sum of the 30 innings. So if we subtract sum of 28 inning from sum of 30 innings, then we are left out with the runs scored in the highest and the least inning itself. Okay, so let us do it. So sum of 30 minus sum of 28 gives us what? Gives us 1200 minus 1064, which is nothing but 136. What is this 136? This 136 is the runs of those not included innings. Which were not included? The highest and the least were not included. So 136 is nothing but our H plus L. H plus L value is 136. H minus L we already know through our equation, which is this. H minus L is 100. Now we are supposed to solve these two equations using simultaneous equation method to find out the highest and the least. He has asked for least, so we can find it out. If we add these two equations, so what will happen? 2H is equal to L and L gets cancelled. 136 minus 136 plus 100 is going to be 236. Here H value comes out to be 236 divided by 2, that is 118. If H is 118, we can put this back into any of the equation where it was H plus L is 136. So L value is nothing but 136 minus 118, that is nothing but 18 runs. So the run scored in the least inning is nothing but 18 runs. Okay, so let us hit the option number A, which has got the option as 18 runs. Now, the average score of a cricketer is 10 in 10 matches is 38.9. The average for the first 6 matches is 40, and the average for the last 4 matches is to be found out. So clearly, in these type of question, we always try to calculate the total value or the sum value. Okay. So first category is average score of a cricketer of 10 matches is 38.9. So the sum of those 10 matches will be what? Average of the 10 matches multiplied by 10, because there are 10 matches played. So how much will be the sum? Sum will be simply 10 into 38.9. That is nothing but 389. So in all, the sum of all the 10 innings that he has played is the runs are 389. Now the next category is if the average of the first 6 is 42. Okay, first 6 is 42. So sum of those 6 innings will be what? 6 multiplied by 42. That is nothing but 42 into 6. That will be the sum of the first 6 matches that he played, and the value comes out to be 252. Okay, so these many runs he has already made in the 6th inning itself. He is asking for the find the average of the last 4 matches. Okay, so first of all, we'll try to find out the sum of the last 4 matches. So last 4 matches sum is nothing but sum of the 10 matches minus the sum of the 6 matches. Okay, how much is that going to be? 389 minus 252. If we solve this is coming 7, 3, and 1. So the sum of the last 4 matches is going to be 134. If the sum is 134, what will be the average of the 4 matches? Will be nothing but sum of the 4 matches divided by 4. How much is that? It's going to be 137 divided by 4. If you solve this, this comes out to be 34.25. So that's what is the average of the last 4 matches, 34.25. Let's see where it is available. It is available in option number C. Now, average rainfall on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday is 420. So let us just write it. Monday plus Tuesday plus Wednesday plus Thursday. The average, okay, the average value is how much? Average value is 420.5. 420.5. That is the average. And the average rainfall on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday is 440.5. So let us write it here. Tuesday plus Wednesday plus Thursday plus Friday is the average value is how much? Average value he says is 440.5. So these are the two different categories averages given. Now they say if the ratio of the rainfall for Monday and Friday is 20:21. Okay, find the rainfall on Monday and Friday in Monday. Find the rainfall on Monday and Friday in centimeters. For that particular thing, see, always we calculate the totals. Whenever in the average question the equations are made, we try to find out the total or the sum value. So for the first thing, that is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, the average is 425, 420.5. So what is the sum? Okay, sum of this particular category is going to be average multiplied by total number of things involved or total number of days involved. So average is 420.5. How many days are included? 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are 4 days included. So what is the sum becomes? If you add it together, the sum becomes 1682. So this is the total rainfall of the above 4 days. Similarly, we can find out the sum number 2. That is the sum number 2 for the other days, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay, it can be again calculated by multiplying the average, multiplying with 4, because there are 4 days involved again. How much is this total comes out to be? This total comes out to be 1762. Now, the sum number 2 has got a total rainfall of 1762. Sum number 1 has got a total rainfall of 1682. Now, if we subtract sum number 2 minus sum number 1, then the total rainfall of Friday minus Monday can be found out, because Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday are common in both the spans. If you look at carefully, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday are common in both the spans. So if we subtract sum 2 minus sum 1, the difference of Friday and Monday will be achieved. Okay, so we can write it like this: sum 2 minus sum 1. If we do sum 2 minus sum 1, so Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday will get cancelled out with Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So we'll be left out with Friday minus Monday is equal to 1762 minus 1682, which is nothing but, which actually comes out to be 80. So we have one more equation, that is Friday minus Monday's rainfall is 80. Okay, this is what we have achieved. Now he has given us one more thing. What is that? If the ratio of rainfall of Monday and Friday is 20 is to 21, so we can assume, let Monday's rainfall is 20x and Friday's rainfall is 21x. Okay, we can assume like that. Monday's rainfall is 20 because the ratio is 20 is to 21. So that it can be just given as 21x and 20x respectively. Now, Friday minus Monday is 80. So in place of Friday, we can write 21x. In place of Monday, we can write 20x. They say this is equal to 80. By this, we are able to get x value as 80. So the x value has come out to be 80. What we are supposed to get, he has said find the rainfall on Monday and Friday. So with x equal to 80, the Monday's rainfall is going to be 20 into 80. That is nothing but 1600 centimeter. What is about Friday? It will be 20. It was 21x, so it will be 21 into 80. How much is that? 21 into 80 gives us 1680. So these are the two set of rainfalls for Monday and Friday respectively, that is 1600 and 1680. Let us see where it is available. It is available in option number B and becomes the right answer. Okay. Vincent put up a sale in his garments shop for 6 days. On calculating, he found out that the average amount of sales per day in his shop during the sale period for 5 days starting from Monday is 1900. Okay, so he has put up the sale for 6 days, but he has calculated by breaking the 6 day span into two different span of 5 days. One span starting from Monday, another span starting from Tuesday. Okay, so in the first category, he says Monday to Friday. Okay, when the things begin from Monday to Friday. So this is a 5 days category. Monday to Friday, he says the average for Monday to Friday is 1900. So we always do the calculation of total. So what is the sum of the category called Monday to Friday? Is nothing but average, that is 1900 multiplied by number of days, that is 5. So it comes out to be 1905, which is 9500. So this is the total sale from Monday to Friday, that is 9500. In the next category, he says the average amount of sales per day for 5 days from Tuesday is 2000 rupees. So if we start calculating the 5 days from Tuesday, so the span will go from Tuesday to our Saturday. Okay, the span will go from Tuesday to Saturday. So that's what we are supposed to do here, Tuesday to Saturday. So the Tuesday to Saturday average is given out to be 2000. So what will be the sum of Tuesday to Saturday? Sum of Tuesday to Saturday will be the average 2000 multiplied by again 5 days. That is nothing but 10,000 rupees. Okay. So this is the sum of Tuesday to Saturday span. This is the sum of Monday to Friday span. If we subtract sum of Tuesday to Saturday minus sum of Monday to Friday, what we get? We get the uncommon days total. What are the uncommon days in these two spans? The uncommon day in this two span is Saturday and Monday, because Saturday is not in the first one, Monday is not in the second one. So what do we get? If we subtract, we get Saturday minus Monday. What do we get? Saturday minus Monday, and the value comes out to be 10,000 minus 9,500, which is nothing but 500. So that's what is the difference of Saturday minus Monday sale is the value called as 500 rupees, and it is available in option number C, becomes the right answer for us. Now, a family consists of grandparents. So there has to be two grandparents. So number of grandparents are two. Parents, so how many parents should be there? There should be two parents. And four grandchildren. How many grandchildren are there? There are four in number. So this is the family's age distribution. He says the average age of the grandparents is 113. So the grandparents average, we can write it like this. Okay, if you want to know the grandparents average. So grandparents average, he has already given out to be 113 years. Then you say that of the parents is 54. So we can write down here parents average is 54 years, and that of the grandchildren is 14. So grandchildren's average is 14 years. Okay, so all the data is given to us. They want us to calculate what is the average age of the whole family. So we can always find out the grand average. Okay, grand average of the whole family can be always calculated by sum of the first category or the first generation plus sum of the second generation plus sum of the third generation, and if at all there are more than three, then this pattern continues, divided by total number of people in the family. Total number of people in the family. This is how the grand average of the family can be calculated. Let us do it. Sum 1 is nothing but the first category is sum, that is grandparents. Grandparents, two grandparents with the average of 113. So what will be the sum? 2 multiplied by the average, that is 113. So this will be the sum of the grandparents' age. Okay, 2 into 113 plus second category has got of parents, two parents having an average age of 54. So what will be the sum? It will be 2 into 54. This will be the sum of the two parents' ages. Plus, we have third category also where there are four grandchildren. What will be the sum? Again, it will be 4 into average of the grandchildren, that is 14. So this is the grand total that we have, divided by how many number of people are there. So 2 plus 2, 4 plus 4, 8. 8 people are there. So we are just supposed to solve this mathematical expression. Let us do it. This is going to be 226. This is going to be 108. Last one is going to be 56 divided by 8. This is what we are supposed to do. If these numbers are added together, this brings out 390 by 8. If we solve this further, this comes out to be 48.75 years. So that is the grand average of the family, or the average of the family, 48.75 years, available in option number C. Now, they say average speed of a train in the onward journey is 25% more than that of the return journey. So there is a journey being calculated. Let's say from A to B. If we walk from A to B, the speed has to be something, and from B to E, the speed has to be 25% more. Okay. The train halts for 1 hour on reaching the destination. So if the destination is B, there is a halt of 1 hour. Okay, there is a halt of 1 hour there. Okay, it stays there only. Okay, so this 1 hour is obviously not included in the journey time, total journey time. Okay, because that is the halt time actually. The total time taken for the complete to and fro journey is 17 hours. Okay, so the total time taken is 17 hours, in which the 1 hour is the halt time. So actual total travel time of the train is 17 minus 1, because 17 is the total time including the halt one. If you subtract, it is going to be 16 hours. So total travel time is 16 hours. Then the total time taken for the covering a distance of 800 kilometers. Total distance is also given to us. Total distance value is given to us as 800 kilometers. What is the speed of the train in the onward journey? Okay, so we are supposed to find out the speed of the train in the onward journey, though he has not given any idea about the return journey's speed also. So what we can do in this situation, first we can, in one way, we can find out the average speed of the train by dividing total distance divided by total time. And on the other side, what we can do, we can equate this total average age of the train to average calculated using the to and fro journey speeds. Okay, for that we need to assume one side journey. Okay, so let us assume A to B speed. Okay, let us assume that while the train traveled from A to B, its speed was x kilometer per hour. Okay, so when the train traveled back, okay, from B to when it traveled, what should be the speed? As they mention, the train halts for 1 hour. The average speed of the train in the onward journey is 25% more than that of the return journey. So in the return journey, the speed is 25% more. So let us change things. It has to be B to A. Let us say B to A is X, then A to B should be how much? B to A is X, then A to B should be how much? 25% more than X. So that is X plus 25% of X, that is nothing but 1.25x. So that this has to be the speed of the A to B, 1.25x, and the return journey is of x kilometer per hour. These are the two speeds. Let us find out the average speed. Okay, average speed, for finding out the average speed in a return journey and a two-fold journey, there is a formula in the seed. Okay, what is that formula? Average speed when the journey is to and fro is always calculated by 2xy over x plus y. This is the formula for finding out the average speed, where x is onward journey, y is a return journey. Okay, we never calculate the average speed of two and fro two journeys as x plus y by 2. It's not going to be the mean. It is always going to be this formula, which is 2xy over x plus y. So let us put this. So our one journey is x, another journey is 1.25x. So it's going to be 2 into x into 1.25x divided by x plus y is x plus 1.25x, x plus 1.25x. So this is what is our actual average speed. Let us calculate the average speed on the other side, where we have total distance as 800 and total time as 16. So average speed from the other side is 800. Speed is always distance over time. So 800 divided by 16, that is the average speed, which comes out to be 50 kilometer per hour. This 50 kilometer per hour can be equated to average speed calculated using x, that is 2xy over x plus y, which is nothing but 2. If we calculate this is going to be 2 into 1.25 into x square divided by x plus 1.25 by x is 2.25x. Okay, this is equal to 50. So we are supposed to solve this equation for x to get the value of x. So let us do it. So x and the power of 2 is get cancelled, and 2.25, and it is going to be 1.25, that is 2.5 x over 2.25. So if we calculate this together, ultimate x value comes out to be 45 kilometer per hour. What he has asked for, what is the speed of the train in the onward journey? Okay, so that's what we had assumed. The return journey was x, so onward journey is 1.25x. So we are supposed to find out 1.25 times of 45. How much is that? 1.25 times of 45 is nothing but 56.25 kilometer per hour. So that is the speed of the onward journey, 56.25 kilometer per hour. Let us see where it is available. It is available in option number A and becomes the right answer for us. Now, while finding the average of 10 given numbers, a student by mistake wrote 64 in place of the number 46. So he should have written 64, but he just wrote 46. So there is a difference of, how much is the difference? Difference of 64 minus 46, that is 18. So he had written more than the actual thing, because he had written 64, although he should have written 18, he should have written 46. So he has written a value which is 18 more than the actual one, and got his correct average as 50. So by doing the mistake, the average comes out to be 50. They're asking for the what is the correct average of the given numbers, and that's what they ask. So let us try to do it. So what we can do is, we finding out the average of 10 given numbers. Student by mistake wrote 64. So let us find out the wrong one, as they say. So we don't know the exact number. How many people were there? We don't know. What is the difference? The difference that he has made mistakenly is already given us to be 18. So that is the 18, the difference that has been created. Number of people, number of given numbers are there in 10 in number. So what he has done, so he has calculated the average to be 50. Now the total sum becomes how much? Average of 10 given numbers. Student mistakes wrote 64 in place of 46. So we can say in place of 64, he has written 46. So he has written 18 times more. Let the correct value is 80. Let the correct value is x. If the correct value is x, so we can find out the average, as the average is given to be 50. So we can always write x plus 18 over 10 is 50. Okay, that is going to be the correct average. Why so? Because the difference of 18 has been created and the average comes out to be 50. That's what we are doing. X plus 18 divided by 10 is equal to 50, which gives us the x plus 18 value as 500, and we can easily calculate x as x value comes out to be 482. So this is the correct total that has to be taken place there. The wrong total has become 500, but the correct total should be 18 lesser than that, and that's what it is, 482. Now he wants us to calculate the correct average. So average is always calculated by the sum of all divided by the number. How much is the sum of all? Is 482, and the numbers are still the 10. So the correct average with us is nothing but 48.2. So that's what becomes the right answer, 48.2. Let's see where it is available. It is available in option number A. So becomes the right answer. Now, in the next one, he says the average height of 30 students of out of 90 students is x centimeter. So in all, there are 90 students. In all, there are 90 students. Out of those 90, 30 have got an average of x. What about the remaining? So 90 minus 30, how many would be remaining? Remaining would be 60. And that of the remaining student is y. So the remaining student's average is y. This is the condition in front of us. Find the average height of the whole class. So we are supposed to find out the grand average of the whole class. So always the grand average is calculated by sum of first category plus sum of second category plus as many category you have divided by total number of things involved. Okay, total number of things involved. So grand average we are supposed to calculate. So for that we need to find out the sum of the first category. First category has got 30 students with the average of X. So what is the sum? Sum is going to be 30 into X, that is the number of students in that category multiplied by their average height. So 30 into X. Okay. What about the second category sum? This time around the number is 60 and the average is Y. So that is the sum 60Y divided by how many number of things are involved. So there the one batch has got 30 students, another batch has got 60 students. So the total is always 90. So this has to be the grand average height of the whole batch. Let us simplify this expression further. Obviously, we can take 30 common from both the expressions. So we are left out with X plus 2Y inside divided by 90. Obviously, this 3 can cut this 9 easily by 3. So the ultimate grand average becomes X plus 2Y divided by 3. That is the ultimate grand average with us. Let us see where it is available. It is available in option number C. So it becomes the right answer here. Now, in the next one, he says average of 7 numbers is 18. If one of the numbers is 17 and if it is replaced by 31, then the average becomes what? So in this type of question, we always try to calculate the total. Okay, let us try to do it. He says the average of 18 numbers is, average of 7 numbers is 18. So what is the sum of those 7 numbers is always going to be average multiplied by the total numbers. So average is 18 multiplied by total number, that is 7. So 18 7 ja 126. So that is the sum of the 7 numbers, 126. Then he says one of the numbers is 17 and if it is replaced by 31. So if it is replaced by 31, that means how much more has been added up? See, 31 minus 17, that is 14 more has been added up. Okay, earlier it was 17, now it is 31. So how much has been added to the total? 14 more has been added to the total. So that means the new sum of those 7 number is nothing but the old sum plus 14. That is nothing but 140 is the new sum of those 7 numbers. Then he says then average becomes, that is the new average we have to calculate. So obviously new average can be calculated by new sum divided by total number of numbers there. Total number was 7 only. 140 by 7 gives us 20. So that is the new average, 20. Available in option number C becomes the right answer. Now, average weight of 3 boys A, B, C is 54 1 by 3 kg, while the average weight of boys B, D, E is 53 kg. The average weight of A, B, C, D, and E is required. So let us find out. Okay, obviously we will convert this average into total first. So sum of, let us find out sum of A plus B plus C. Okay, that can be calculated by average of them multiplied by how many are they in number? 3 in number. So that is nothing but 54 1 by 3 multiplied by 3. Okay, this is what it is. Okay, so this is going to be your simply 163 kg. So this is the sum of A plus B plus C. Okay, that is the first thing that is with us. Now let us find out the sum of the other category. While weight of the 3 boys B, D, E is 53 kg. So sum of B plus D plus E. That's what we are supposed to find out. Sum of B plus D is going plus E is going to be average. Again, average multiplied by 3 because they're also in 3 number. So it's going to be 53 multiplied by 3. Okay, if we do 53 multiplied by 3, it's going to be 159. So that is the sum of the next category. Next category, that is B plus D plus E. So A plus B plus C is given, B plus D plus E is given, but there's a problem here. If we add these two things together, B will be added twice. Okay, so it will be like if we add sum, first sum and second sum, what will we get? We'll get A plus 2B because B is included twice, plus C plus D plus E is equal to, on the right hand side, 163 plus 159. We will easily be able to do 163 plus 159. But the problem is he is asking us to calculate average weight of A plus B plus C plus D plus E. Average will be calculated by sum of all divided by 5, but sum of all is not clearly available with us because there's a 2B thing coming in. So clearly there has to be a data miscommunication, or the data has not been provided to us clearly. So in this question, because of this problem of 2B, the answer is data inadequate. We cannot find it out. Okay. The next one has average age of A, B, C, and D 5 years ago was 45 years, By including X, the present age of all the 5 is 49 years. Okay. The present age of the X is, that is the question given to us. What we can do in these type of question is that let us begin with A, B, C, and D has got 5 years ago, they had got an average of 45. We can begin these questions by assuming had the new person not included. Had the new person would not have been included, then what would have been the average of their ages in the present scenario? We'll start calculating using this. If the new member would not have been included, what would have been the present age or present average of the old members only without the new member? We begin like this. So let us do it. He says 5 years ago, that is 5 years ago, A, B, C, and D's average was 45 years. Okay. Then he says after that, by including X. So we'll start doing it like this. Had the X not being included, if the X was not included, then what should have been their average in the present time? See, after, before 5 years, the average was 45. If we are not including X, then in the present time, if you don't want to include X, then in the present time, average of the same A, B, C, and D, average would have been just 45 plus 5, that is nothing but 50 years. So in the present time, we can completely say that average of A plus B plus C plus D is nothing but 50 years. Okay. So if the average of their ages is in the present time is 50 years, what is the sum? Sum of A, B, C, and D ages. Sum is always calculated by average multiplied by total number of people involved, that is 50 into 4, that is 200. So in the present time, we can clearly indicate the sum of ages of A plus B plus C plus D is 200 years without any inclusion of X. Now we can come down to the same point which he has said. By including X, the present age of the family, all 5 is 49. So if we include X also, then how many should be the total number of people? We now want to calculate sum of A, B, C, D, and X also. Okay. This can be calculated by average of them multiplied by 5 because now they are 5 in number. So how much is the average given to us? 49 into what is the total, what is the number of people now? 5. Okay. 49 into 5 gives us 245. So we can say that sum of A, B, C, D, X is 245 and sum of just A, B, C, D is 200. So what is the age of X? So age of X is nothing but sum of A, B, C, D, X minus sum of A, B, C, D. This is how we can calculate X age. That is nothing but sum of A, B, C, D, X is 245 and sum of A, B, C, D is just 200. So what is X? X value is nothing but 45. So that's what is the age of the X in the present time, 45 years. Option number C is the right answer. Now, in the next one, he says average of 50 numbers is 30. If two numbers are 35 and 45 are discarded, then the average of the remaining numbers is nearly what? Okay. In these type of questions, we try to find out the sum first. Okay. He says the average of 50 numbers is 30. We'll find out the sum of those 50 numbers. Sum of the 50 numbers is always going to be average multiplied by number of people or number of things involved. So sum of those 50 numbers is nothing but average is 30 into number of numbers are 50, so it is 1500. That is the sum of the 50 numbers there with us, 1500. He says two numbers 35 and 40 are discarded. Okay, so if two numbers are discarded, how many numbers are left out? Only 48 numbers are left out. So what is going to be the sum of those 48 number? Will be nothing but the old sum minus the 35 and 45 because 35 and 40 have been removed. So old sum is 1500 minus 35 has been discarded, also 40 is also discarded. So the new sum becomes 1500 minus 35 minus 40, that is 1500 minus 75, which is nothing but 1425. So this is the sum of 48 numbers, 1425. The sum of 50 numbers is 1500. If they're asking for, then the average of the remaining numbers is nearly. So if the sum is for 48 number is 1425, what is the average of those 48 numbers? Is obviously going to be sum divided by 48, that is 1425 divided by 48. If we calculate this, this is nearly coming out to be 29.68, and that should be the new average of the remaining 48 students, 29.68. Let's see where it is available. It's available in option number A, so it becomes the right answer for us here. Now, in the next one, he says, find the total number of books purchased by a library for a month of January if the total expenditure on all the purchase books is 9,000, out of these the average price of 3 books is 480. Okay, he said total number of books purchased by library for the month of January to if is to be found out. Total expenditure of on all the purchase books is given, so we can write total expenditure on all the books. We don't know how many books were there. Total expenditure on all the books is 9,000 as he says. Then he says what is then the out of these the average price of 3 books is 480. So if the average price of 3 books is 480, so what is the sum of these 3 books prices? Is obviously going to be average multiplied by the number of things involved, that is 3. How much is the sum of these 3 books? 480 into 3 is 1440. So this is the sum of those 3 books that he has given randomly from in between. Total expenditure is 9,000. Then he wants us to calculate the average price of, find the total number of books purchased. So clearly we do not know the average expenditure on the remaining book. We know the average expenditure of the 3 books, but we do not know the expenditure on the other books that is remaining. And also we don't know how many books are there. If we would have known how many books are there, then we could easily calculate the average of the remaining books. But neither the average of the remaining books is given, neither the total number is given. So we this in this situation we cannot find the answer since the data is inadequate. So right answer is option number D. Now, a cricketer has a certain average for 10 innings. The average is not given. In the 11th inning, he scored 108 runs, thereby increasing his average by X runs. Okay, so the average is not given to us, and the use of averages in 2 lines. So we'll have to assume the average first. Okay, let us assume that let the average of his 10 innings is X runs. Okay, so what will be the sum of those 10 innings? Will be sum is always average multiplied by number. Average is X and number is 10, so it's going to be 10x. So in all, we can say in 10 innings he has scored 10x runs. Then he says in the 11th inning he scored 108 runs. Okay, so we can clearly say now sum of 11 innings will be how much? The older sum plus the 11th innings run, that is 108. Okay, this is going to be the sum of 11 innings, that is 10x plus 108. Then he said thereby increasing his average by X runs. So the new average is now old average plus 6 runs. That's what he is saying. That average has been increased by 6 runs. So the old average X plus 6. So this is the new average. This is the new sum. So he wants us to calculate what is the new average. He's saying the new average has been increased by 6 runs. So we can use the formula for average, that is nothing but new sum divided by number. Okay, how much is the new average? New average is X plus 6. Okay, what is the new sum? Is 10x plus 108 divided by number is how much? New number is 11. Okay, so we are supposed to solve this equation for X, and we'll be easily find out the new average. Let us do it. Okay, so it's going to be 11x plus 66 is equal to 10x plus 108. If we solve this further, 10x goes on the other side. X is equal to 108 minus 66. That is nothing but coming out to be 48. 108 minus 60 is coming out to be 48. So that's what is the new average. X value is coming out to be 48. He's asking for the new average. So X value is 48. Okay, so that's what is going to be the average here. Runs is 48. Okay, in the next one, a class test was conducted in a class 5th consisting of 35, 42 and 29 students. Okay, so in the class test, he is mentioning how many students are there in sections. Okay, so let us keep on writing here. A, B and C. A has got 35 students. We can write it like this, students, and then we can find out their averages. 35 students in A, 42 students in B section, and how many students are there in C section? Are 29 students. He says average score of section A was 40, so we can write here 40. Average score of A, average score of B is 45, average score of C is 48. So these are the 3 averages given to us of the 3 different batches. Then he says find the average marks of all the sections. We are supposed to find out the average marks of all sections. So clearly we are supposed to find out the grand average. Okay, and there's a formula for grand average: sum of the first category plus sum of the second category plus sum of the third category. Here the category means different section. In our question, the category means different sections divided by total number of students. Okay, total number of students. Let us try to find out sum of the first section. Okay, sum can be calculated by multiplying average into the number. What is the sum? What is the average in the section A is 40. What is the number in the section A is 35. So this is going to be the first sum plus some number second, that is average multiplied by students. What is the average of the section B? 45. What is the students? The section B is 42. Similarly, average is 48 in the section C and number is 29 divided by total number of students in all the batches together. So we are supposed to add 35 plus 42 plus 29. So clearly we are supposed to solve this mathematical expression to give away our right answer. If we calculate this further, this ultimately comes out to be the final value as 44.17. So that is the grand average coming. Let us see where it is available. It is available in option number B. So it becomes the right answer for us. Now, the average contribution of 5 men to a fund is rupees 35. 5 men have contributed 35 rupees on an average. Sixth man joins and pays rupees 35 more than the resultant average of 6 men. 35 rupees more than the resultant average of the 6 men. The total contribution of all the 6 men is to be calculated. Okay, so we'll stick to it. The first line first. He says the average contribution of 5 men is 35 rupees. So we'll try to find out the total contribution. Let's say the sum of 5 men. Sum of 5 men will be nothing but average contribution multiplied by 5. How much is the average contribution? Average contribution is 35. What is the number? 5. So the total sum of the contribution of the first 5 men is 35 into 5. That is nothing but 175. So 175 rupees has been contributed by the first 5 men. Then he says a sixth man joins and pays 35 more than the resultant average of the sixth man. So we don't know the sixth man's score, and that's what we are supposed to do. Let us see, let us note down. Let us say that sixth man has scored, let's say sixth man has contributed. Let's say sixth man has contributed. We have to assume this because everything is based on the sixth man contribution only, and that we don't have. So we have to assume it to be X. Let the sixth man has contributed rupees X. Now he says a sixth man joins and pays 35 more than the resultant average of the sixth man. Okay. So what will be the new contribution? New contribution will be nothing but 175, that is the old contribution, plus the contribution made by the sixth man. Contribution made by sixth man is what? 35 more than the resultant average. So that is nothing but X plus 35. Okay, X plus 35. That is the new contribution in all. Okay, and then he says the total contribution of the all 6 men is to be find out. Now we can find in the same way we can find out the new average. Okay, new average can be calculated by new sum, that is 175 plus 35 plus X divided by new strength. New strength now becomes 6, and this will be equal to the new average, that is X. Okay, so we are clearly supposed to find out to solve this particular equation to give away the value of X. If we do it, 175 plus 35 is going to be 210 plus X is equal to 6X, which gives us 5X value as 210, which gives us X value as 42. Okay, so the new average is 42. They're asking for the total contribution of all the 6. Okay, so the new average is 42. So the new sum of all the 6 will be average multiplied by 6. Average is 42 multiplied by 6. If you do, it's going to be 42 into 6, nothing but 252. So that is the total contribution of all the 6, 252 rupees. Let us see where it is available. Available in option number D becomes the right answer. Okay, so the question says average of 6 numbers is X and the average of 3 of these is Y. If the average of remaining 3 is Z, then there has to be a condition that is to be followed. So let us see it like that. The first thing is average of 6 number is X. What we can do is, so we can find out the 6 numbers sum. Sum is always going to be average multiplied by number of things involved. So sum of 6 can be calculated by average of 6 number is X. So average is X into 6, that is 6 is the sum of 6 number. They say average of 3 of these is Y. So sum of 3 will be 3Y. 3 is the number, Y is the average. If the average of the remaining 3 is Z, so the remaining 3 is Z, so the total will be 3Z. So the connection between sum of 6 is sum of 3 plus sum of 3 should become it equal to sum of 6. So if we do it like that, 3Z plus 3Y should be equal to 6X. That is the ultimate sum. If we can take 3 common from this, we can get to Y plus Z is equal to 6x, then 3 can cut this 6 by 2. So ultimately the connection comes out y plus z is equal to 2x, or we can write it as 2x is equal to y plus z. So let us see where it is available. It is available in option number A. So it becomes the right answer for us here. Now, he says average of 5 consecutive integers starting from m is n. What is the average of the 6 consecutive integers starting from m plus 2? Okay, so let us focus on the first line first and try to draw the conclusion out of this expression given. They say average of 5 consecutive integers starting from m. So the consecutive integer should be m, then m plus 1, then m plus 2, then m plus 3, and then m plus 4. There has to be 5 in number. So they are 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. They say the average of them is n. So that means sum of these 5 numbers should be uh, addition of them, m plus 1 plus m plus 2 plus m plus 3 plus m plus 4. Okay, that should be the sum. How much this comes out to be? This comes out to be 6m plus 1, 2, 3, 3, 6 plus 4, 10. So 6m plus 10, that is the ultimate sum of, rather 5m plus 10, they are 5 in number. So it is 5m plus 10, this is the sum. So what is the average? Average is going to be sum divided by total number of numbers involved. So 5m plus 10 divided by 5. If we take 5 as common from the numerator, this is reaching to m plus 2 divided by 5, which is nothing but simply m plus 2. So that is the average. Average of the first 5 numbers is m plus 2, and that's what he has said. The average of 5 consecutive integer is n. So this average is nothing but equal to n. So clearly we can write m plus 2 is equal to n, or we can also write this as m is equal to n minus 2. So we'll use this conclusion to solve the next part of the question. Okay, what is the next part of the question? Then what is the average of 6 consecutive integers starting from m plus 2? So average will be sum of those 6 consecutive integers divided by 6. The number start from m plus 2. The first number is m plus 2. Then the next consecutive integer will be m plus 3. Then will be m plus 4. Then will be m plus 5. And this keeps on continuing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then will be m plus 6, and the last one will be m plus 7. So these are the 6 consecutive numbers, okay, divided by 6. That should be the average of the 6 consecutive numbers. This total comes out to be 6m plus 27 divided by 6. That is the consecutive 6 consecutive numbers average. Here where we can replace m as n, because all the conclusions, all the options are given in the form of n. So we have to convert this m into n, and this is the conclusion there with us, m equal to n minus 2. If we do this, 6 into n minus 2 plus 27 is equal to 6. If we solve this further, this gives us 6n plus 15 divided by 6, which is in turn, if we take 3 as common from both the sides, so we can get to 2n plus 15 divided by 2. So this is the resulting average of the 6 consecutive numbers in terms of n. Let us see where it all this is available. This is 2n plus 5. Where let us see where it all is available. 2n plus 5 divided by 2. It's available in option number A. So becomes the right answer. Now, average of average pocket money of 3 friends A, B, C is rupees 90 in a particular month. If B spends double and C spends triple of what A spends, they say whatever A spends, A has to be twice of B, and the same A has to be thrice of C, okay, in expenditure that month. And if the average of their unspent pocket money, that is the pocket money that they have saved, is 70, then the money spent by A is. So let's suppose first of all find out the total average total pocket money. To sum of the pocket money that they receive is the average of the 3 friends pocket money is 90 multiplied by how many friends are there in 3 number. So the total pocket money in all they receive is rupees 270. Now, how much they spent? Okay, we'll calculate how much they spent. Rather, he has said average of their unspent pocket money. So let us find out the sum of the unspent pocket money. Sum of the unspent pocket money is, that can be calculated by using the average thing. Average is 70, and how many friends are there? There are 3 numbers. So how much money is unspent is 210. 210 rupees is unspent. So how much money is spent? The money spent can be find out by sum of the pocket money minus sum of the unspent money. Okay, this is how we can find out the money spent. So let us try to do it. How much is the difference? The difference is 270 minus 210. How much this comes out to be? This comes out to be 60 rupees. So 60 rupees is the total money that has been spent by all three of them. Now there is a connection between total money spent by them between A, B, and C is given. As they say, A is equal to 2B and same A is equal to 3C. So let's say the A spent how much? Let's say A spent X. So B would have spent what? A should be twice of B. So B should be half of A. So B should be X by 2. Similarly, A should be thrice of C, so C should be 1/3 of A, that is X by 3. So these are the three pocket monies being spent by A, B, and C together. And they say the total spent money is 60. So clearly the sum of all these three is equal to 60. Let us do it. X plus X by 2 plus X by 3 has to be X plus X by 2 plus X by 3 has to become equal to your 60. Okay, if we solve this further. Now, that's what he has said. If the average of the B spends double and C spends triple of what A spends. So it is not X by 2, rather B spends double. Okay, there's a confusion. B spends double of what A spent. C spends double of triple of what A spends. So this has to be like this. B is to be twice of A. C has to be thrice of A. So it's not B is equal to X by 2. It has to be B is equal to twice of X and C is equal to thrice of X. This has to go like this. So adding all of them will be equal to 60. If we do that, it's going to be X plus 2X plus 3X is equal to 60. How much this becomes? This becomes 6X is equal to 60. X value comes out to be 10 rupees, and X is the money that has been assumed to be spent by A. So how much does A spend? A spent rupees 10. Let us see where it is available. It is available in option number A. So it becomes the right answer. Next. Average salary per head of the staff of an office, including the clerks, is rupees 7,000. Okay. So average salary of the whole staff in the office available is 7,000 rupees. That's what they say. The average per head of the officers is 50,000 and that of the clerks is 6,600. So we can distribute like this. We have a complete office whose average salary is 7,000 rupees. In this office, we have two categories of employees. One is clerks. Okay. The number of employees in the office is okay. The number of clerks is also given. The average per head of the officers is 50,000 and that of the clerks is 6,600. So first of all, let's write the uh, salaries. Clerk salary on an average, clerk salary is 6,600. On an average, officer salary is 50,000 rupees. On an average, whole office salary, all office salary is 7,000 rupees. Then they say find the number of clerks in the office if the number of officers is 14. So how many officers are there? There are 14 officers in all. Okay. Now in this case, the total employee staff number is not given. Only the officers number is given. So we'll have to assume. Okay. Let us assume the number of the clerk. Okay. Let us assume there are X number of clerks. Let us assume there are X number of clerk in the office. So clearly we can have a grand salaries formula. Grand salary is calculated by salary of all the groups to all together added up divided by total number of employees. So grand salary can be calculated by first of all clerk salary. Total clerk salary will be average of the clerk salary multiplied by the total number of clerks available. So it's going to be 6,600 multiplied by X plus the total salary of the officers, that is the total number of officers, that is 14, multiplied by the average of the salary of the officer, that is 15,000. So it's going to be 40 into 15,000, 50,000 divided by total number of employees. So we don't have the clear total number picture. So we can do what? We can do the total number of employees are 14 plus X. Okay, this is what we are supposed to do. And grand salary of the whole office is given already to be 7,000. So we can always equate this number to be 7,000 like this. Okay, if we want to do it like this, then we can calculate for X. Let us try to solve this. 14 plus X will get multiplied by 7,000. So it will be 98,000 plus 14x plus 7,000x. 98,000 plus 7,000x will be equal to, on the other side we have 6,600x plus 14 into 50,000, that is nothing but 70,000. Okay, so let us try to solve this. If we solve this further, ultimately you receive 400x is equal to 60,200. Okay, which further gives us the x value as 1,505. So x value comes out to be 1505, and that is nothing but what we had assumed x to be. We had assumed x to be the salary of the total number of employee in the category of clerks. So number of clerks in the office is nothing but 1505. Let's see where it is available. It is available in option number D. So it becomes the right answer here. Now, average of 7 numbers is 49. If one number is excluded, the average becomes 45. Find the excluded number. So this can be done easily by finding out the total. Okay, so let us find out the total of the 7 numbers. Average of 7 number is 49. So sum is always calculated by multiplying average into the number. Average is 49. Total number of numbers are 7. So 49 into 7 gives us 343. So that is the sum of the 7 numbers. They say if one number is excluded, so one number is excluded, that means only 6 numbers are remaining. So sum of those 6 numbers will be how much? Again, the average multiplied by 6. Average now becomes 45, so it has to be 45 multiplied by 6. So that is what is coming out to be the sum of the 6 number, that is nothing but 270. So sum of 7 number is 343, sum of 6 number is 270. So the excluded number is nothing but sum of 7 minus sum of 6. Okay, that is 343 minus 270. If you solve this, this comes out to be 73. 343 minus 270, that is coming out to be 70. 343, yes, that is coming out to be 73. So the excluded number is nothing but 73. It is available in option number E, becomes the right answer. Okay, so the question says average weight of 8 persons increased by 2.5 kg when a new person replaces one of the persons weighing 65 kg. What might be the weight of the new person? Okay, so what is the meaning of the question is that there is a person in a group of 8 people. There is a person of whose weight is 65 kg. If this person is replaced by another person, then what happens to the average weight? Average weight of the people increase by 2.5 kg. That means average of 8 person is increasing by 2.5 kg. So let us find out what is the total increase in all the weights of all the 8 persons there. Okay, so total increase we'll find out. Okay, as they have given the average increase is 2.5 kg, and we have how many people there? We have 8 persons. So if the average increase of 8 persons is 2.5, then total increase of 8 person is going to be 8 into 2.5. Okay, that is nothing but 20 kg. So that means that 20 kg has been an increment in the overall weight of all the 8 persons. So that is the total increment. Okay, then they want us to calculate what might be the weight of the new person. Okay, so this 20 kg has been an increment because of the replacement that we have done. So obviously the new person's weight would be 20 kg more than the old person weight, because of the new person only there is an increment of 20 kg. So that's why we can say new person's weight will be the old person weight plus 20 kg, because there is a total increment of 20 kg in it. That will bring it down to 85 kg. So that is the new person's weight that has been replaced, the person that has replaced the older one. Answer is 85 kg. Let us see where it is available. Option number B. Okay, in the afternoon a student read 100 pages at the rate of 60 pages per hour. Okay, this is the number of pages that he read. This is the speed that he takes. In the evening, when she was tired, she read 100 more pages at the rate of 40 pages per hour. So this is the next speed. Okay, so we can write it like speed number 1 is 60 pages per hour. Okay, P by H. And speed number 2 in the night is 40 pages per hour. 40 pages per hour. So these are the two speeds that we have. They are asking for what was her average rate of reading in the pages per hour. So that means they are asking for the average speed. Okay, they are asking for the average speed. Whenever there are two speeds involved, there can be a direct formula relating to the average speed. That direct formula is 2xy over x plus y, where x and y are the two different speeds. So we can use this formula directly to find out our average rate of reading pages per hour. So let us put down the values. X, let us treat x as 60, y as 40. So it's going to be 2 into 60 into 40 divided by 60 plus 40. If you solve this further, this brings out to be 60 plus 40 is 100 in the denominator. 2 into 60 into 40. We can cut down the zeros like that. Okay, then we are left out with 6 2 ja 12 and 12 4 ja 48. So it's going to be 48 pages per hour. That is going to be the average speed of the person. Let us see where it is available. It is available in option number C. So becomes the right answer for us. Okay. In an examination, the average marks obtained by student who passed was X percent, while the average of those who failed was Y percent. The average mark of all the students, so we can write down here, the average of the people who passed is X percent, average marks, and average marks of the people who fail, they say, is Y percent. Y percent mark has been obtained. Then they ask for all the students who take the examination and average marks of all the students. So average of all, if we say, that means all means pass plus fail. Average of all means pass plus fail is, let's say, Z percent. Find in terms of X, Y, and Z the percentage of student who failed the examination. Okay, so we are supposed to find out uh, the percentage of student who failed the examination in terms of XYZ only. That is the ultimate question. So let us see what we can do. See, in these type of question, we can say that the average percentage of pass plus fail has been mixed with the help of average of pass and average of fail separately. So we can treat this question as a mixture and allegation question. So we can use the method of allegation because of different percentage of passing people and failing people. We are able to construct a pass plus fail average percent. So clearly this indicates that this question can be done using mixture and allegation concept. So let us use that mixture and allegation concept, okay, where we, in the mixture and allegation concept, we make a chart out of it. Let's make the chart. On the left hand side, let's say passing percentage. On the right hand side, let's say fail percentage. What is the passing percentage value? It's X as mentioned. What is the fail one? It's Y as it is already mentioned. What is the mean percentage? The mean percentage is means average of pass plus fail, that is given out to be Z. Okay, so these are the three values that we have entered. How can we connect them? We can connect them in this circle. What is that? This the left one can be calculated by, see, the pass plus fail percent is Z percent and the fail percent is Y percent. So this we can write as Z minus Y, and on the right hand side we can write as X minus Y. So we can write these two things, rather X minus Z, X X Z minus Y and X minus Z. These two things that we can write. Okay, now what we are supposed to do? So how many students who have passed? Student who have passed is Z minus Y. And how many students? Let us write it here. Students passed. This is what our mixture and allegation chart has given us. Student passed is on the side of pass, that is Z minus Y. Students failed can be found out on the side of fail, that is X minus Z. So these are the student pass and fail value. Now, how much will be the total students? Obviously, total students will be the sum of pass and fail. So we can clearly add Z minus Y plus X minus Z. So that can cancel Z here. So we are left out with just X minus Y. So total students are X minus Y, out of which failing students are X minus Z. He wanted us to calculate the percentage of student who failed. Okay, so percentage of student who failed can be calculated by fail student divided by total students multiplied by 100%. This will be the percentage of the failing students. Let's put down our values. The fail percentage people are X minus Z divided by total people are X minus Y. And because this data is already in the percentage, so we don't need to add 100 here, because that can be cancelled out from the numerator and denominator both side. Okay, if we take the, because this particular value is not available in the options, so what we can do is we can rather take negative side common from numerator and denominator both, so that this can be made equal to what is available in the option. For that, we can take the negative side common. If we do that, this becomes Z minus X and the denominator becomes Y minus X. Okay, and that this negative get cancelled, so we are ultimately left out with an answer as Z minus X over Y minus X. Z minus X over Y minus X. That is the required answer, and it is clearly available in the option number A. So that becomes the right answer for us. Z minus X over Y minus X is going to be the right answer for us. Now, out of three given numbers, the first number is twice the second and thrice the third. If the average of the three numbers is 121, what is the difference between the first and the third? So clearly, he has given a connection between the numbers first, second, and third. And then he has given another indication that average of three numbers is 121. So from the second situation, if the average is 121 of three numbers, we can find out the sum of three numbers. So we can do this question by assuming one of the variables as x and then make the equation and then solve. Okay, this is what is the strategy. Let's have the first side. He says out of three given number, first number is twice the second. So we can write it like first number is twice the second one, and the same first number is thrice the third. Thrice the third. So we can assume first number as x and then things can be related. Let my first number is, let's say the first number is x itself. So if the first number is x, then first is twice the second. So second will be how much? Simply x by 2. Similarly, the same first is thrice the third. The same first is thrice the third. So third will be how much? Third will be simply x by 3. So these are the three numbers that we have got. Second number is x by 2, third number is x by 3, and first number is x. So we will use this first, second, third number for the next condition that we have, average. Okay, that's what he says. Average of three numbers is 121. So that means x plus x by 2 plus x by 3 divided by 3. This is what is the average. Sum of all divided by the total number of numbers involved. So x plus x by 2 plus x by 3 divided by 3. He says the average is 121. So clearly we can solve this particular equation for the value of x and then we can find anything. So let us do that quickly. So if we add the numerator first together, this becomes 2 and 3, 6 becomes the LCM. So it's going to be your 6x plus 3x plus 2x divided by 6 into 3 is going to be 121. If we solve this further, this comes out to be 11x by 6 is equal to 121 into 3, that is 363. If we solve this further, 11 can cut this 36, that is 11 3 ja 36, and 3 is the remainder, so 11 3 is 36 again. So x value comes out to be 33 into 6, that is nothing but 198. Let us see what he had asked for. He had asked for difference between the first and the third number. Okay, so what is that difference? The difference is first and third is x minus first number is x, third number is x by 3. So that is the difference. So if we know the x value as 198, so 198 minus 198 by 3. So that is clearly going to be 2 times 198 by 3. This is how we solve this. Okay, this can be easily cut. 3 6 ja 18, then 1 3 6 ja 18. 66 into 2 is the difference. That is nothing but 130. So that is what is the difference of first and third number available there. 132. It is available in option number D, becomes the right answer for us. Now, average weight of 12 crewmen in a boat is increased by 1 by 3 kg when one of the crewmen whose weight is 55 kg is replaced by a new man. What is the weight of the new man? So clearly here, if the new man, because of the new man, there has been an increment in the average weight. So that means clearly the new man weighs more than the old man. That's why there has been a total significant increment. That is what is the strategy. Okay. So let us see what has been the total increment. Average weight of 12 crewmen in a boat increased by 1/3 of kg. So let us assume something. We can assume it like average of 12. Let's say average of 12 men is equal to x. So because we don't know the average, so we have to assume it. Average of 12 men is equal to x. So then the total weight, total will be how much? Total is always average multiplied by number. So it's going to be 12x. This is the total weight that is already available before the increment. Now he says there has been an increment of 1/3 of kg because of the new addition. Okay, so the old total was 12x. Okay, because the 55 kgs person has been replaced and the new person has been added up. 55 kgs has been replaced and the new person has been added up. So we can subtract 55 first and we can add a new person. Let's say that is y kg. Okay, so this is the weight of the new person, y kg, divided by 12. Still the number of people are still the 12. Okay, so this is what we have calculated the new average. What we have done, we have calculated the new average after the replacement, total minus the 55 kg weight person plus the newly added person divided by 12 is equal to the older average was x. Now because of this substitution, there has been an increment of 1 by 3 in the average weight of the all 12 people. So we are supposed to solve this equation for our y. Okay, let us solve it. So it's going to be 12x minus 55 plus y is 12 goes that side, 12x plus 12 by 3 is going to be 4. Okay, so this 12x and 12x gets cancelled on both the sides. So clearly we are left out with y is equal to 55 plus 4, that is nothing but 59 kg. So that is the weight of the new person added, 59 kg. and because of which the average has been increased by 1 by 3 kg. So the right answer is 59 kg, available in option number D. Now, a grocer has a sale of rupees 6435, 6927, 6855, 7230, and 6532 for 5 consecutive months. Okay. How much sale he must have in the 6 months so that he gets an average sale of 6500? So, what we can do is, because the 6th month sale is not given, so we can first of all assume let the 6th month sale should be let the next 6 month sale should be X rupees. Okay, because of this X rupees addition, what should happen? The average should be becoming 6500 of all the 6 months. Okay, so average of 6 months, we want average of 6 months to become how much? 6500. And how can we calculate the average? Sum of all divided by 6. So let us do the sum of all. From the first month, the sale was 6435. In the next one, it was 6927. In the next one, it was 6855. In the next one, it was 7230. In the next one, it was 6562. And the 6th month, we have assumed it to be X. So in the next month, the 6th month, it had to be X. So clearly, we are supposed to solve this particular expression for the value of X. Okay, let us just quickly do it. So if we do the sum of these all 5 numbers, the sum is coming out to be 34009. Okay, and there is a plus X obviously there, is equal to 6 times 6500 is nothing but 39,000. Okay, let us solve for X. X value comes out to be subtraction of these two, that is nothing but 4991. So that should be the sale in the 6th month, so as to maintain the average of 6 months as 6500. Let us see where is this option available. Available in option number D becomes the right answer. Now, average age of 30 boys in a class is 10 years. If, however, the age of their teacher is also included, then the average increases by 1 year. What is the age of the teacher? So clearly we can do this by the same method in which we can assume the teacher's age to be X, and similarly we can find out the teacher's age to be X. So we can then we can depict the increment in the average as per the inclusion of the age of the teacher. First of all, what he has said, average of age of 30 boys in a class is 10 years. So average of 30 boys is 10 years. So that means what is the total? What is the total age of 30 boys? It's going to be 30 into 10. That is 300 years. So if you add the ages of all the 10 all 10 the children, the total age is the sum of the age is 300 years. Now he said the age of teacher is also included. So we'll have to assume, because we don't know the teacher's age. Let us assume teacher's age is X years. Let us assume this. Now, so if the teacher's age is X year, then the new total becomes how much? New total becomes old total, that is 300, plus teacher's age, that is 300 plus X. This is the new total of ages. Then he says then the average increases by 1 year. What was the old average? Old average was 10. So what is the new average? New average should be 1 more than 10, that is 11 years. Okay. So with this new total, the new average is 11 years. So we can clearly find out new average, that is 11, is going to be new total, that is 300 plus X, divided by total number of people. This time around, total number of people are not 30, they are 31, because teacher is also included. So clearly we need to solve this particular expression to give away us the X value. Let us do it. 31 into 11 we are supposed to do. So that is 341 is equal to 300 plus X, which clearly gives us X value as 41 years. So that is what is the age of the teacher, 41 years. It is available in option number D and becomes the right answer for us. Now, average age of a group of 40 students in a bus is 7 years. When the conductor's age is included, the average age is increased by 1 year. So let us find out what is the average, the average available of 40 students. 40 students average age is 7 years. Okay. So what is the total age of these 40 students? Is going to be always average multiplied by number. Average is 7 multiplied by students are 40. So it's going to be 280. So this is what is the total age of the 40 students that is with us, that is 280 years. Now he says when the conductor age is also included. So obviously we don't have the conductor's age right now, so we have to assume it. So let us assume the conductor age to be X years. Okay, then He says that conductor age is also included. So if the conductor age is included, then what is the new total age? The older total age plus the conductor's age. So it's going to be 280 plus x. This is the new total. They are asking for average is increased by 1 year. So what is going to be the new average? The older average plus 1. Older average was 7 years. So new average should be 7 plus 1, 8 years. So this is what is the new average. This is the sum. So clearly we can make an expression. Average is going to be new total. The new average is going to be new total divided by total number of people now. Earlier there were 40 students. Now we have included a conductor also. So the total number of people become 41. Let us solve this expression. 8 is equal to new total is 280 plus x divided by total people are 41. If you solve this further, this gives us 280 plus x is equal to 328. If we solve this further, x value comes out to be 48. X value comes out to be 48 years. So that is going to be the right answer for us. Conductor's age is 48 years. Now, a person covers 15 kilometer at 5 kilometer per hour, 20 kilometer at 7 kilometer per hour, and 24 kilometer at 4 kilometer per hour. What is the average speed in covering the whole distance? Okay, so average speed is always calculated by total distance divided by total time taken. Okay, the average speed is always calculated by total distance over total time taken. So let's see one by one. Average speed can be calculated by total distance. So first, in the first part, let us find out the total distances are already given. Total distance we can easily do the sum and find out. In the first part it has covered 15, so 15 plus next part is 20, and the third part is 24. So it's going to be 15 plus 20 plus 24, that is nothing but 35 plus 24, that is the total distance is 15 plus 20, 35 plus 4 is 39 plus 2 is so 49, 59 kilometer. That is the total distance. What about the total time? See, time can be calculated by time is equal to speed is equal to distance over time. So time is equal to distance over speed. So we will use this formula for calculating the different time. So let us find out total time. Total time can be formulated by, first of all, first distance divided by first speed. First distance was 15, first speed was 5. So it was 15 by 5. Okay, first distance was 15 and first 15 and the first speed was 5. So 15 by 5 plus next time is 20 kilometer at 7 kilometer per hour. So distance is 20, speed is 7. So this is the next time plus next time the total distance is 24, the total speed is 4. So these are the three times. Okay, so clearly we can find out and by cutting the numbers, 5 3 are 15, 7 cannot cut 20, 4 can cut 24 by 6. So clearly we have got 3 plus 20 by 7 plus 6. This is the number, that is 9 plus 20 by 7. If we solve this, then we can take the 7 as LCM. So it's going to be 63 plus 20, that is nothing but 83 by 7. So that is 83 by 7 r. So this is the time, total time, and total distance is 59. So what is going to be the average speed? Average speed is going to be total distance over total time. So we have to use this formula. Total distance is 59 divided by total time is 83 by 7. If you solve this, we're going to get to approximate value of 4.25 kilometer per hour. Approximately it comes out to be 4.25 kilometer per hour. Let's see what it is available. It is available in option number C. So it becomes the right answer for us. Now, A, B, C, D, E are five consecutive odd numbers, their averages. So clearly we know the consecutive odd numbers are at a distance of 2 units with each other. Okay, for example, after 1 comes a 3, after the next odd number comes at 3, the next odd number comes 5. So there is a gap of 2 every time. So if the first odd number is A, the next odd number will be A plus 2, next will be A plus 4, and like that we can continue. That's what he's saying. A, B, C, D are five consecutive odd numbers, their averages. So average is always calculated by sum divided by total number. So let us find out the sum. First number is A, next number will be 2 space apart, A plus 2. Next number will be 2 more space apart, A plus 4, A plus 6, and A plus 8. So these going to be the five number, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 odd numbers, and their sum divided by total 5 numbers are included. So divide by 5. This has to be the average. If you solve this further, this comes out to be 5A plus 20 This comes out to be 5a plus 20 by 5. Okay, if you take the 5 common from the numerator side, you are reach out with a plus 4. So that is going to be the average of 5 consecutive odd numbers. It's going to be a plus 4. Let us see where it is available. It's not available in any of the options given. So clearly it has to be, the answer is none of these. Right average is a plus 4. Now, the weight of a body calculated as the weight as the average of 7 different experiment is 53.735 grams. What is it saying? That weight of a body was consecutively measured for 5 consecutive times, 7 consecutive times, and the average of those 7 experiment came out to be the weight as 53.735. Okay, 7 times the experiment was performed and the weight came out to be 53.735 as an average. So from the average, we are supposed to calculate the total first. So what is the total? Total weight in the of 5 experiments. Total weight of 5 experiments should be how much? Average multiplied by 7 experiments, sorry. Average multiplied by 7. Average is 53.735 multiplied by 7. So this is the total of all the experiments weight. If you solve this, 53.735 into 7 brings us the value as 376.145 grams. So this is the total weight of the 7 experiment, 376.145 grams. Then he says the average of the first 3 is 54.005. So let us find out total of the first 3. Okay, because he has given the average of first 3, we'll find out total of first 3. Total of first 3 will be calculated by average of first 3 multiplied by 3. What is the average of first 3? He says the average is 54.005 multiplied by 3. If we do it, it becomes what? It becomes 162.015 gram. So all the 7 is 376.145. Of first 3 is 162.015. So then in the next line he says the fourth was greater than the fifth by 0.004 grams. This is the condition that he was given. We'll use this condition later on because the fourth has not come yet. Fourth was greater than fifth by 0.004 gram. And while the average of the sixth and seventh was 0.010 gram. Okay, he says average of the sixth and seventh was 0.0115 gram less than average of first 3. So we have already known the average of first 3. So we can clearly find out the average of sixth and seventh. What will the average of 617 as per the condition given? Average of 6th and 7th, he says, is 0.010 gram less than the average of first 3. Average of first 3 we already know to be 54.005. So let us subtract 54.005 minus 0.010, which gives us the value of 53.995. It gives the value as 53.995 grams. So this is the average of the 6th and 7th experiment. So what is going to be the total of 6 and 7? Total of 6 and 7 is going to be 6 and 7 are 2 in number, average multiplied by 2. So it's going to be 53.995 multiplied by 2, which gives a value of 107.990 grams. This is the total of 6th and 7th. Okay, we already know the total of first 3. We already know the grand total also. Okay, these totals we are knowing. Now let's go back to the line that he has said. What was that? The fourth was greater than the fifth by 0.004 grams. That means the difference of fourth and fifth is 0.004 gram. First of all, let us find the total of fourth and fifth. The total of 4 and 5 can be calculated by total of 7 minus total of first 3, that is 1, 2 and 3, and also minus total of 6 and 7, because then only total of 4 and 5 can be calculated. From the total of 7 we are supposed to subtract total of 1, 2, 3 and total of 6 and 7, so only 4 and 5 will be left out. Okay, if we do this, let us see where we reach to. Okay, if we do this, let us see where we reach to. Okay, so total of 4 and 5 is, total of 7 is already available with us. Okay, we can write down those values, that is 376.145 minus total of first 3, that is 162.015, we have already calculated, minus total of 6 and 7 we just calculated to be 107.990. So this will give us total of 4 and 5. If we calculate this further, the total of 4 and 5 is coming out to be 106.140 gram. This is the total of 4 and 5 with us. Okay, now he says the 4 is greater than fifth by 0.005 gram. So 4 plus 5 is 106.140 gram. This is the equation. And he says the uh, f- fourth was greater than the fifth by 0.004 grams. So we can say that if the fifth was x, then fourth was x plus 0.004. Okay, so this is how we can make fourth plus fifth is equal to 106.140. If we solve this for x, the x is coming out to be 53.1 53.068 gram. X is coming out to be 53.068 gram. Okay, so that is what we are supposed to calculate. He has asked for what is the weight of the body obtained by fourth experiment. So uh, we have got the result for the fifth experiment. So we are supposed to get the result for fourth experiment. As he said, fourth is greater than the fifth by 0.004 gram. So the fifth experiment is 53.068 plus 0.004. If we calculate this, this comes out to be 53.072 grams. So that is what is the fifth experiment's result, 53.072 grams, and is going to be the right answer. It's available in option number D, so becomes the right answer for us. Now, the average of runs of a cricket player of 10 innings was 32. How many runs must he make in his next inning so as to increase the average of runs by 4? Okay, so the average of 10 inning is given to us as 32. So we'll find out the total of 10 innings. Total of 10 innings is always going to be average multiplied by 10. So that is 332 multiplied by 10, which gives us 320. So this is the total runs made by him in 10 innings. Then he says, how many runs must he score in the next inning? So we'll assume let he must score X runs. Let X runs must be scored by him. X runs must be scored by him in the next inning. Next inning. Okay. So that to maintain the average increase by 4. So the new average should be how much? New average should be older average plus 4. That is 32 plus 4 is going to be 36. This should be the new average. And we can easily find out the new average using the formula. New average is going to be, that is 36, going to be sum of the next innings total, that is sum of 11 innings now, because he is going to play the next inning also, divided by 11. Okay, this is what we are supposed to do. So sum of 11 innings will be sum of 10 innings plus the 11th innings runs. Sum of 10 innings we have already calculated to be 320, so it's going to be 320 plus 11th inning, we have assumed the 11th inning run to be x, so 320 plus x divided by 11 is going to be equal to 36. This is how we make it, and solution of the value of x here in this expression can give us the right answer. So if we solve for x, this is going to be 320 plus x is going to be 36 into 11, that is 396. So clearly x value comes out to be 396 minus 20, that is 76 runs he is supposed to make in the 11th inning. Let's see where it is available. It's available in option number A, becomes the right answer. Now, the average expenditure of a man for the first 5 months is 120, and for the next 7 months it is rupees 130. If he says rupees 290 in that year, his monthly average income is. This is what we are supposed to calculate. Okay, so let us find out the average expenditure. Average expenditure of first 5 months is, so we can write expenditure for first 5 months is total. We'll calculate the total. Average is given out to be 120. So the total of the expenditure of the first 5 months will be 120 into 5. That is going to be 600. Okay. So that is the total expenditure he has done in the first 5 months, 600. Now, and for the next 7 months, it is 130. So next 7 months expenditure. So total of next 7 month expenditure will be average multiplied by 7. Average is 130 multiplied by 7. So it's going to be 910 rupees. So these are the two expenditure that he has made. Now, what is asking for? If he says 290 rupees in that year, his monthly average income is, so obviously expenditure plus the saving will be equal to the total income. Okay, we have calculated the two expenditures. Now we are supposed to find out the income the for finding out the total income is nothing but total expenditure, always total expenditure plus the saving. This is what is the total income always. How much is going to be total income? Income of first 5 plus income of next 7. That is 600 plus 910 plus how much is the saving? He has already mentioned total saving is 290. So this is the total income. Okay, if we add this together, this is going to be 1510 plus 290, that is 1600 plus 200, that is 1800. So that is going to be his income that he has asked for. The income is 1800. Let's see where it is available. Available in option number B becomes the right answer. Now, five members of a team are weighed consecutively and their average weight is calculated after each member is weighted. If the average weight increases by 1 kg each time, how much heavier is the last player than the first one? Okay, that's what he's saying. Five members of a team are weighed consecutively and their average weight is calculated after each member is weighed. Okay, if the average weight increases by 1 kg each time, so five members have been started weighing, getting weighed. Average weight is calculated after each member is weighed, so we will keep on continuing to weigh them, and then the average weight increases, keep on increasing by 1 kg every time. How much heavier is the last person to the first person? So in this particular case, we'll have to assume the weight of the first person. Okay, let us assume that, let us assume the first person or the member weight is 5 kg. Okay, next member's weight, first member weight is 5 kg. So we have to assume the next member is, let's say, the weight of the second member. Weight of the second member is x, because that's what will increase the average. Okay, now he says the every time you weight is, after each member is weighed, the average is calculated and the average increases by 1 kg. So the average increases by 1 kg. So how much should be the new average now? Average of the first and second. Average of the first and second should be one more than the first person's average, that is 6. It should be 6. Okay, so we can clearly write 5 plus x by 2, that is the average of the first and second. Average of the first and second is going to be 6, which gives us x value as 12 minus 5, that is nothing but 7. So that is what is the x value. So the second person weight is 7, first person weight is 5. Now again the same step we have to calculate after having weighed 7 kg. Now we have to assume the weight of the next member. Let the third person's weight is, again let us assume to be x. Then they say the average of first, second and third. Now we'll have to take the average of first, second and third, because we are supposed to calculate average after each step. So average of first, second and third we have to take into the consideration. So average of first, second and third will be what? 7 as mentioned. So we can clearly write 5 plus 7, first and second plus third member is x, divided by 3 now has to be 7. If we solve this clearly, this gives us x value as 9. So this way we can keep on calculating the averages after each person is included. Okay, if we keep on doing that, then fourth person's weight can be calculated as 11, fifth person's weight can be calculated as 13. We can keep on continuing like this. Now what he has asked for in the question, he has asked for difference between the weight of the last player and the first player. Last player's weight comes out to be 13. First player's weight we had assumed to be 5 kg. So what is the difference? So difference is going to be 13 minus 5, that is nothing but 8 kg. So that is the right answer. 8 kg is the weight of the difference. That 8 kg is the difference of the weight of the first and the last person. Available in option number C becomes the right answer. Now, in an office, the average salary of 28 workers is 2500 per month. If the manager's salary is added, the average becomes 3200 per month. Find the salary of the manager. So, in this type of situation, what we calculate? We calculate the question, we do the calculation by finding out the total every time. So, average of 28 worker earlier given is 2500 rupees. So, we can calculate the sum. So, let us find out the sum of these 28 workers' salary. Sum is always going to be average multiplied by the number. Average is 2500 multiplied by number is 28. Okay, 2500 into 28, that gives us the value called as 70,000. So this is the sum of the salaries of all those 28 workers. Then he says, if the manager's salary is added, but we don't know about the manager's salary, so let us assume, okay, let's say the manager's salary is X rupees. Now, the new sum will be how much? If the manager salary is added, there has to be new sum of salaries of 29% now. Has to be the old sum, that was 70,000, plus manager salary, that is X. So this is going to be the new sum of all 29 people now. He says the average becomes 3200. So what should be the new average? Okay, earlier the average was 2500. New average should be new sum divided by total number of people now are 29. This should be the new average. They have already given the new average to be 3200. We already have calculated the new sum in terms of x, that is 70,000 plus x. This is the new average. This is the new sum divided by number of people now are 29. So clearly we need to solve this particular expression to give us the x value, which is nothing but our manager's salary. Let us try to find out. So clearly we can do 70,000 plus x is going to be 29 into 3200. Okay, so we can solve this. Solving this is giving us x value to be 92,800 minus 70,000. That is nothing but 22,800. So that's what is the x value coming out to be, 22,800. And what we had assumed our x to be, we had assumed our x to be the manager's salary. So that's what is the manager's salary, 22,800. Let's see where it is available. It is available in option number C. So becomes the right answer for us.